Yeah, good afternoon. I'm fine. Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. How are you all?
Okay, we are fine.
Right.
Okay. How about in Malaysia? Is it
Yeah, Malaysia
rain?
today is fine.
Is it raining now?
No, it's okay. Fine, fine. Today weather is fine.
Okay. Okay. We are raining now. Today is raining in my city.
I will start for.
Okay.
Can you all see my slide?
Yes, we
Okay, can
can see.
you try again?
Yes, we
Yeah,
can
hold on,
see.
Okay. Yeah. Clear.
Okay, for everyone, Tutus has entered the room. We're about to begin. So please have a seat and make yourself comfortable. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, to the Honorable Dr. Muhammad Asyraf Kassim as a senior lecturer and research fellow of Center of Excellence for Social Innovation and Sustainability from Universiti Malaysia Perlis, and a very warm welcome to the participant and student from STEKOM University. Is it indeed pleasure to have all of you on this memorable occasion? Yes. Before we begin, please allow me to read our agenda this afternoon. First session class will be delivered by our guest lecturer, Dr. Asyraf. And finally, there will be a question and answer session after the presentation and continue with a brief photo session at the end. And we will start even today, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to remind all of the participants to turn off the microphone during the session. We will start for this event today. Dr. Asyraf, the time is yours. Thank you. Yeah, for Dr. Asyraf, you can share screen your PowerPoint
Yeah, I'm trying to
and open your camera, sir.
share. Okay, I'm trying to share my PowerPoint,
Yeah.
but seems it cannot share. It suddenly missing, disappears.
Wait, yeah, we can see. And open your camera, please, sir.
Yeah, all right.
Thank you.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right. So is there anyone that is doing the recording?
Yes, we also have live streaming this event in our YouTube channel, Universitas STEKOM.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good afternoon to everyone. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Subhanaka la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana innaka antal alimul hakim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Amma ba'd. Okay, so dear ladies and gentlemen, today I would like to share with you all some of the knowledge about safety and health in the workplace. Okay, so the slogan that I choose to use in this presentation is KISS. As you can see here, okay, KISS. Okay, keep it safe and sound. So when you remember KISS, you will remember about safety and health. This is a very important and very interesting topic, and still, okay, and this topic is being a very phenomenal topic in the organizations nowadays. Okay. So before I start my presentation, first of all, I would like to thank the university, okay, all of the secretariat and also the STEKOM, okay, for allowing me, for giving me the opportunity, okay, today to share with you all about this lecture, okay, and also for this lecture, I will try my best to deliver the best for the audience. Right, so this is my name, okay, Dr. Asyraf in the Faculty of Business and Communication, and also I'm currently being appointed as the Research Fellow for the Center of Excellence, Social Innovation and Sustainability, Universiti Malaysia Perlis. Okay. All right, so this is my presentation preview. So first, I would like to share with you all about my background and experience. Next, I will touch a bit on the lesson objective. Okay, so we all should know what at the end of this session, what do the audience, or what do the students or the people, okay, will get after this session. And the third review is about the overview of workplace accident in Malaysia and also in Indonesia. Okay, so since we are neighboring countries, okay, and also the audience is involving citizens or people from Indonesia, so I just would like to share with you all about the workplace accidents in Malaysia and also in Indonesia. And next is the effective safety and health programs. What are the recommended practices that the company or organization should apply in the organization to prevent any workplace injuries? And number 5, hazards and accident prevention. Number 6, about the safety committee. Okay, and I will explain about the appointment and also the functions of the safety committee. And the last one is about the summary review of the lesson today. Okay, so this is about myself. As you can see here, okay, my full name, okay, Dr. Muhammad Asyraf bin Muhammad Kassim, and this is my email, muhammadasyraf@unimed.edu.my, and also this is my WhatsApp number, okay, 016, sorry. Okay, so this is my WhatsApp number. Sorry, I'm looking for the pen. Is there any pen here in the Zoom? Okay, so this is my WhatsApp number, okay, 016-4800-282, and this is my link. Okay, so I will share this all of these notes with you all. So for your information, okay, as you can see here, my my teaching courses in leadership in organization, human resource management, organizational behavior, strategic management, international human resource management, and also I also be able, okay, to supervise masters or PhD students in this related field. Okay, you can see here my research interests: human and organizational behavior, traffic behavior and road safety, leadership and strategic management, and human resource management. Okay, okay, so Alhamdulillah, I get my PhD in management in the University of Utara Malaysia in the year of 2020. So since after my PhD, currently I'm supervising 2 PhD students, 4 Master Science students, and also I'm already graduated 6 students, Alhamdulillah. Okay, 6 students for MBA research project, and also 49 graduated students for the undergraduate research project, and 40 students for the business plan. Okay, so if you all are interested, okay, to become the student of Universiti Malaysia Perlis under Faculty of Business and Communication, and you are interested to do research on management or behavior, human resource, or driving behavior, road accident, and so on, you may choose me as your supervisor. Okay, all right. Next, okay. So throughout this lesson, throughout this lecture, so I hope that all of us, at the end of the course, at the end of this lecture, we will be able to achieve some of these objectives. Okay, the first one, we should be able to recognize what are the costs of a workplace accident. Right? One is cost, okay, and also the second is causes. What are the factors that influence workplace accident, and also what are the impact, okay, what are the impact of the workplace accident to the organization and also to the human itself. And the second, recognize the benefits of implementing an effective safety and health program. Okay, and the third, we should be able to describe the elements of an effective safety and health program. Identify the fourth is identify methods to prevent workplace hazard, and also the last one, we should be able to describe the functions of safety committee. Okay, so class, okay, students, ladies and gentlemen, so I would like to present to you the overview of workplace accident. So as you can see here, this is the overview of workplace accident in Malaysia. Okay, so you can see here in 2021, okay, the total number of accidents, okay, in organization. Okay, this is in the organization, in the workplace. Okay, excluding from the road accidents. Okay, so this is only that happened in the organization. It is about 21,534 cases. Okay, and this statistic is by Department of Statistics Malaysia. Okay, so you can see it from the Prime Minister Department, Department of Statistics Malaysia. So they recorded about 21,534 accidents, occupational injuries in 2021. And this is the data which is reported to them. Very sad. There are more cases that happens in the workplace, in the organization, that were not reported to the relative agencies. So this makes difficulties to the related agency to gather the numbers of the real numbers of the occupational injuries. Okay, so this is the recorded. This one is the reported and recorded accidents. So you can see here, okay, the rate by age group. So we can see here most of the occupational injuries are among the young adults, okay, from 30 years old to 60 years old, and the highest is 50 to 59. Okay, and also of course male employees are the most that were involved in the workplace accident. Okay, and also here you can see the fatal occupational injuries, where in 2021 about 300 employees died due to these occupational injuries. So this is a very serious problem that is happening in our country. Okay, and also you can see here the injury location, the part of the body where head, neck, the trunk, lower limb, general injuries, multiple location, and upper limb. And head is one of the most injuries that were suffered by the victims. Okay, whereas we know head injuries are very critical and very dangerous to the victim. That these head injuries can bring them into permanent disability and also to fatalities. Okay, so this is the overview in Malaysia. Okay, and now we will see the overview in Indonesia. Okay, so as we know, Indonesia is a very big country, and there are thousands or hundreds thousands of companies in Indonesia. So this make the accident, the workplace accident also to be in higher number than Malaysia. Okay, we are not comparing between Malaysia and Indonesia, because we know Indonesia is a very big country, a very high prolific country that have a lot of organization, a lot of workers that working. So that's why this number seems to be huge numbers. Okay, so this data, okay, this data I get from the Employment Social Security Agency, BPJS Ketenagakerjaan, where it stated that in 2020, the workplace accident is about 221,000 cases, almost 220K cases. And this figure seems to be increased in 2021, okay, to 234,370 cases. And unfortunately, this number increases again in November 2022 till 265,334 cases as recorded, okay, as recorded and reported. Okay, so what we can learn from this number of accidents, workplace accidents, that this is a very serious problem that is happening in our countries, in Malaysia and also in Indonesia. And also it is not to be denied that this workplace accident is also a global phenomena, a real world problem to all organizations throughout the world, where the data from World Health Organization said that about 3 million cases were recorded annually in all over the world. Okay, so can we imagine? Okay, since we take the cases from Malaysia and Indonesia. Okay, can we imagine in 1 year about 21,000 of people were injured during their work, and about 265,000 of employees are suffering from injuries. Okay, so this give a bad impact. Okay, this give a bad impact to the organization. So before I explain about the impact, the cost that we to the human, so let's we see, this is the causes of accident. Okay, so the biggest percentage is on the being struck by an object. Okay, where the employee was hit by an object, okay, or an object falls into them. Okay, so this is the most causes of accidents that happens in the organization. And the second, about 27% is accident by falls, where the employees or the worker falls from the stairs, okay, falls from the falls from the vehicle, falls from the chair, falls from the table, okay, falls from the box, okay, steps. These all are categorized as falls. Okay, and next, getting caught in an object or in between objects. Okay, so this is about where we can see some of the workers, okay, their hands were going into the machines, okay, their legs were going into the machine, okay, and this one being struck by a falling object, okay, object falling from above, okay, above them, okay, and this one 1% over exertion when lifting. Okay, so here you can see 1% is from when we lift when we pick up some things, okay, on the floor wrongly, this can cause our lump or our waist to be injured, okay, ataupun dikatakan sebagai tulang belakang kita, okay, tulang belakang kita akan mengalami kesakitan dan kecederaan apabila kita salah mengambil langkah atau salah langkah mengambil barang yang berat daripada bawah. Okay, alright. So, ladies and gentlemen, the most factors that influence to this accident is because of the faulty attitudes. Okay, and research said that 80% of the accident is from the fault of the workers, or it is said from the human itself. Okay, so I would like to share with you all, okay, even though in the organization it is fully equipped, okay, as we know, workers were supplied with the PPE, protective protection equipment, and also there are a lot of safety interventions in the organization, but still accidents happen. So we can say that these accidents were caused mainly by the individual. When the individual does not pay full attention or does not take care about the safety about themselves. So when they did not take the responsibility, or they are being not taking responsibility for this cause, so this will give a bad impact to other employees and also to the whole organization. Okay, so there are also other factors. Okay, as you can see, impulsiveness, low attention, irresponsibility, okay, drinking and drug abuse, nervousness and fear, and the rest. Okay, so main problem is caused by the employees. Okay, all right. So let's see about the cause of accident. Okay, so there are two types of cause. Okay, the first one is direct cause and the second is indirect cause. So first, I would like to explain about the direct cause. So direct cause, here we have 4 types of direct cause. The first one is cost of treatment. So as you know, ladies and gentlemen, when there is injury, of course, we need to treat the injury. Okay, so when an employee is injured, okay, we need to give him treatment. Okay, treatment according to the injury that he get. So if the injury is heavy injury or serious injury, so it will give him a lot of cost. Okay, even though he is not, even though he is covered by insurance, still it gives a lot of cost to him. Okay, next, cost of physician and also hospital. Yes, of course, if he is admitted or he needs serious attention, so he will be admitted to the hospital and he need to pay up the bills. He need to pay up the medical bills. Cost of the medication, okay, he need to take medicines, he need to buy medicines, so this also will give him the cost. And also medical equipments, okay. Sometimes we need to do surgeries, okay. Our hand or leg is broken, so we need to do surgery, so we need to purchase these medical equipments. Okay, so these are the direct costs. Okay, direct cost towards the victim and also towards the organization, where organization need to pay all of these costs. Okay, and also employees that were not covered. Okay, employees that were not covered also, they need to cover all of these costs by themselves. And next is indirect cost. All right. So indirect cost, the first is on the schedule delays. Of course, when there is an accident happens in the organization, so it will make the process, it will make the workflow of in the organization is being suspended. Cannot be done. because there is an injury. So there need to be some investigation being done. They need to know what are the causes of the accident. So this will make the process of the working in the organization become delayed. Okay, so employees cannot work. And also when injury happens, okay, the organization is loss of people. Okay, organization will lose the people, okay, because the people is injured. So this also will make their working process become delayed, process become late. Okay, and also the next one is lower moral to other employees. Okay, when there is an accident happens, so other employees will become become threatened, will become afraid, will become scared, they will become nervous, trauma, and there will be no any motivation to work. They will become scared. Okay, so because when the employee, when their friend become injured in front of their eyes, they saw their friends hand were being in the machine. Okay, they saw their friend fall down from a higher place, so this will give them a very trauma. Okay, and this will make them not too motivated to work. Okay, so their moral also will become low. And also increased absenteeism. Of course, they are injured, the employees are injured, so how can they come to work? So they will be admitted at the hospitals, or they need some medical certificate, they need MC, so this will make, okay, the absenteeism in the organization become increased. And poor customer relations. Okay, yes, because when injury happens, it gives a bad impact to the organization. So customers, they will not have trust to the service of the organization, because the organization cannot provide a good service to the employees. How can the organization provide a good service to the customers? So that's why customers will lose the loyalty towards the organization. Customers prefer to choose other reliable or other stronger companies. Okay, and also the next one is the company need to spend their money to do retraining to the employees, because when the accident happens, investigation were being done, and they already know what is the cause of the accident. So for that, they need to retrain their employees so that the same accident will not happen. Okay, so these all are the indirect costs that happens or need to be uh, uh, sustained by the organization and also by the employees. Okay, and next, so this is the effective or recommended practices, okay, that an organization can apply in order to control, okay, in order to reduce the workplace accident. Okay, and these practices is being suggested by the Occupational Safety and Health, OSHA department. Okay, so this is the recommended practices for safety and health programs. Okay, so the first one is improvements in product, process, and also service quality. Okay, so when the organization, they are keeping to improvise their safety and health in the organization, and when they can control the problem of workplace accident in the organization, so this will give an improvement to the quality of the organization. Okay, and also the quality, the performance of the organization will increase, and this will give a good impact, a good development, okay, in the process and also product. So these three product, process, and quality is interrelated to each other. So as you can see here, when the process are delayed, okay, so how can the product being produced? Cannot. The production of the product cannot be produced. it will be suspended. It will become delayed. So when the product is not producing, the quality also, the service quality also will become low. Okay, so that's why this will give a bad impact to the organization, and customers also, they will become not happy with the organization. Okay, so you can see here, okay, ladies and gentlemen, this all is because one problem, the accidents. Okay, there are also a lot other problems, but accidents also contribute, okay, to this kind of problem in the organization. Okay, next is better model. Okay, so when the organization, they try to improve, okay, they try to conduct, organize, okay, some effective safety and health programs in the organization or among the employees, so this can improve the moral, increase the motivation of the employees. Okay, and also improve recruiting and also retention. Okay, these two is different things. One is recruiting and one is retention. Okay, why it is said that when we conduct safety and health program, when we try to control the safety and health in the organization, it will improvise the recruiting and retention in the organization, because when the organization, they want to recruit people, they want to hire new employees, the employees, okay, the employees or the candidate, for sure, they will make some preliminary study about the company. Okay, for example, when we want to apply for a job, of course, we will make a preliminary study. We will go into the website, we will ask the people about how about the company's performance. Okay, so when we heard about negative things, okay, we heard about negative news about the company, that the company have a higher accident rate, the workers are injured, no protective, the workers are not safe. So of course, we will not be interested to work in that organization. Okay, so that's why when a company, they try to manage, they try to control the safety and health in the organization, so this will give a good reviews, a good news to the people. Okay, so new people, when they want to work in the organization, this will make them feel better. Okay, so they will feel that they are safe to work in the organization, and also it can it can give an easy recruiting to the organization. And next, in terms of retention, okay, in terms of retention, same, retention is what? Retention is the organization sustain the employees. Organization make the employees to stay in the organization. Okay, so when the organization, they improvise the safety, sorry. Okay, so this will make okay. So when the employees, okay, when the employees, they want to stay in the organization, they need to being provided by a good environment. Okay, good organization need to provide them with a safe and healthy environment. If the employee cannot take care of the health of the employees, there are many employees who are being injured, employees are being dead. So this will give, this will make the other employees moral, confident, trust, loyalty to the company become low, and this will make the other employees to resign from that company and move to another company. So this also gives a bad impact to the organization. So to avoid this, to keep the employees in the organization should improvise their safety and health. Okay. Next, more favorable image and reputation. This one, okay. So when the organization, they improvise their safety and health in the organization, they make safety and health programs. So this will give a good image and reputation to the company. People will start to believe, people will start to put confidence, people will become loyal towards the company. Okay, employees will feel comfortable, employees will feel happy because their company can provide a good safety and healthy environment, working environment in the organization. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, so these are the elements, okay, important elements to achieve an effective safety and health programs. Okay, so the first important element is the management. Okay, the management. When the management, they give their commitment, okay, they are committed to solve the safety and health issues in the organization. So employees also, they will start to work on, okay, they will start to move on to practice safety and health in the organization. But if the management themselves, they did not take care about the safety and health of the employees, then how can we want to expect the employees to practice safety and health? So that's why, in my opinion, the first group or the first thing that in the organization to improvise the safety and health must come from the management. Top-down communication. Okay, so when the management enforces the employees to practice, okay, to practice, okay, when the management, okay, when the management, they enforces the employees to practice safety and health, this will give the motivation, okay, to the employees to practice safety and health in the organization. So here you can see management leadership creates a culture of safety, facilities, trust, and reinforce the core elements in the organization. So enforcement from the management is very important. So the management must take care. The management must take responsibility to provide the employees with a healthy and safe working environment. If there is not enough protective equipments, so the management need to purchase the protective equipment and supply and give to the employees. And when there is an accident happens, so the management should take full responsibility to investigate and also to help the victim. Okay, to help the victim to help the victim after accident. Okay, so this is all are the responsibilities of the management. Okay, all right. The second element is, of course, the workers' participation. Okay, so when the management, they give the instruction, when they give the policy, when they give the command to the workers, workers should accept it. Okay, so that's why workers' participation in the safety and health activities or programs in the organization is very important. If the worker did not participate or did not fully involve in the safety and health activities or programs or any policy making in the organization, so this will give a bad consequences to the workers, okay, and also to the management. The management, they wouldn't know, okay, they wouldn't know, they would not know what are the preventive measures that they want to give to the workers, okay, because they did not have any input from the workers. So that's why the workers' participation and involvement, okay, towards the safety and health activities programs in the organization is very important, okay, and also workers should also be participative in whatever decision or whatever policy that were being developed by the management, okay. All right. Next is hazard identification and also assessment. Okay. So this element is very important in identifying and documents all suspected hazards in the organization. So this comes from the management and also from the workers. Okay. So workers and also management, they need to identify, they need to recognize what are the possible hazard, what are the high hazard, low hazard in the organization, so that when they identify there is a hazard, they can make this hazard prevention and also control. Okay, so to solve the safety injuries, to solve the safety issues, we must to identify and make assessment. How strong, how big the hazard is. So we can make classification, big hazard, medium hazard, small hazards, and then we can come towards this one, hazard prevention and control. Okay. So if we want to present hazard, we want to approach the hazard, but we don't know the level of the hazard. So how can we can solve the issues? We cannot solve the issues. So to prevent the hazard in the organization, first we need to identify and also we need to make the assessment on the hazard. Okay. So hazard prevention and control prevents injuries using hierarchy of controls, engineering work practices, administrative and PPEs. Okay. So as you can see here, this guy, okay, so this guy is wearing a PPE. Yeah? So this is the safety goggle. Okay, this is the safety helmet, and he is wearing a jacket. Okay, and he's wearing a shirt. So this is called as the PPE, personal protective equipments. Okay. All right. Next element is education and training. So when the management, when the organization keep doing training, this can improvise, this can give an extensive knowledge to the employees. Okay, this can give extensive knowledge, can improvise the skills, the knowledge about safety and health among the employees. So you can see here, education and training ensures all workers understand safe work practices and are familiar with the hazards and know how to participate. So when the employer, when the management keep doing the training, keep organizing safety training in the organization, so this will give a lot of benefit to the employees. Next, program and improvement. So this is to assess program effectiveness and modifications needed. So when company they make a training, and then after the training they ask the feedbacks, reviews from the respondent, from the participants, in order to improvise for other programs or other trainings that they will do in the future. Okay. And also the last one is multi-employer work sites. Okay, ensures communication and cooperation to protect all workers on site. So the communication between employees also is very important in preventing this safety and health. Sometimes when we are injured, we are afraid to report to the management. We will try to keep it by ourselves. We try to digest the injury and ourselves, and this will give us a big danger in the future. We don't know whether the injury is outside or inside our body. Sometimes the injury is inside our body and it gives impact in a long time. Okay, in the future it gives impact to us because of the injury that we get during our work. So that's why the employees need to have a good communication, a good relationship, and they must be cooperative each other. When the when another employee is injured, the other employees, the other department, they should take care of him. They should take responsibility on him. Okay, making some report and also some preventions. Okay, or some cure. Okay, try to solve the try to help the employees to do some medications. Okay, to do some medical treatments. Okay, and also this case must be reported. Okay, this case must be reported to the organization, to the management, so that the management, they can make, they can investigate, they will know what is the causes of the accident, and also this is for prevention. Okay, again it comes back. Okay, to management leadership. Okay, to workers participation, hazard identification assessment, prevention and control, give training and program improvement, and also communication. Okay, so each of these pieces here you can see it's like a cake. Okay, one whole cake is the organization, and each of the pieces is interrelated to each other. So these are the elements that organization need to improvise or need to apply in the organization in order to control the safety and health in the organization. Okay, to achieve an effective safety and health program, all of these pieces in the cake should be paid attention by the organization. All right. So next we move on to the fifth lesson objective. Okay, which is the hazards and accident prevention. Okay, so when the organization can prevent the hazard and accident in the workplace, so this will give benefits to the employees. Okay, protect workers from the hazards.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we have some technical problem. Okay,
Yeah.
the connection.
Okay.
I lost my connection. Okay, I try to project again.
Okay, we will wait, sir. Thank
Okay,
you.
can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see.
Okay, thank you. I'm sorry for the inconvenience.
It's okay.
Okay, so I continue. So when the organization, okay, when the organization, they prevent accidents and hazards, so this will give benefit to the whole organization in terms of protecting the workers from the hazards. Okay, and also it can help the employees to avoid from the injuries and incidents in the organization. Besides that, okay, this accident prevention also can minimize or eliminate the safety and health risk in the organization. So as you know, ladies and gentlemen, when people are working in organization, they are exposed to risk. Okay, so as you can see here, okay, for example, these two men, okay, you can see here, okay, okay, I make it in other color, okay, in red, okay. So you can see here, These two person is doing something with the cable, and they are very high place. Okay, so you can imagine how far the risk they are, how far the risk that they are involving. Okay, they have they are involved in very high risk. So that's why when the management, they can prevent this hazard or accident, so this can eliminate the risk of the workers while working. Okay, and also the prevention also can help employers safe and healthful working conditions. Okay, this will provide a safety and healthy working environments to the employees. So employees will become safe to work. Employees will feel comfortable. They will feel safe to work in the organization. All right. So to get, okay, excuse me, can you listen to me?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So to prevent, okay, to prevent hazard and accident, okay, the organization should involve also the workers. Okay, involving the workers is to understand conditions that can create the hazards, because employees that are working, okay, management, they only see from the above view, but the person that is in the field, okay, is the employee. So as you can see here, class, okay, so as you can see here, ladies and gentlemen, again, this is the risk, okay. Okay, here you can see the big risk. Okay, here you can see, okay, these two employees behind them is all are the rubbish. Okay, so they are exposed to smell, bad smell, noise. Okay, this will make their ears to affected, their nose to affected, their inside of the body will be affected. Okay, so employees only know about the hazards. So that's why the management should involve the workers to prevent the accidents and also hazard in the organization. Okay, and when the workers are involved, this will provide insights into how hazards can be controlled. Okay, and also this is the hierarchy of controls. So first, what can be done by the management and also the workers is to eliminate the hazard, physically remove the hazard. If they identify that the hazard can be eliminated, so they should eliminate the hazard as soon as possible, not to wait until accident happens, then only they want to remove the hazard. Okay, so that's why earlier I mentioned that hazard identification and assessment is very important, because if we did not identify, we did not assess the hazard, we will not know about the critical of the hazard. We did not know how big the hazard is. So if the hazard is big, so we should remove it. We should try to remove it as soon as possible. And also, if the hazard is a small hazard, we should not make any, we should not wait anymore. We should fastly eliminate them. Okay, so that's why the first most effective way to prevent accidents happen is by eliminating the hazard or replace the hazards. Okay, replace the hazard with another alternative, okay? Or isolate people from the hazard. We remove the employees. We move the employees from the hazard place. We keep them safe in another place, okay? Or administrative control, and the least effective is wearing the PPE. Even though wearing the PPE is least effective, but still the employees need to obey with the rules and regulations set by the organization, where to prevent injuries, employees should wear the PPE, protective personal equipment. Okay, and this PPE is the least effective way to control the hazard, to prevent the accident. The effective way is to eliminate the hazard as soon as possible, as fast as possible, right? And also there are also other steps, such as use a hazard control plan, okay, such as if you ever seen, okay, the safety exit, where in each organization you will have a map, okay, exit map. When there is a fire, it will show us the way to run out from our organization. And there is a safety door, okay, safety light, emergency. These all are set as hazard control plan. Okay. Next, develop plans with measures to protect workers during emergencies and non-routine activities. Okay, so the management should have, okay, the management should have the secondary plan. Okay, when there is an emergencies, when there is a fire, when there is a blackout, so what need to be done? So the organization must provide the plan, okay, and evaluate effectiveness of existing controls and review new technologies. Okay, so now we come to the sixth objective, which is the safety committee appointment and functions. So as you know, class, okay, as you know, ladies and gentlemen, each organization must have the safety committee, where OSHA Occupational Safety and Health Act requires all employees with 40 or more employees to appoint a safety committee. Okay, so the one that we discussed about prevention, about the control, about all of this comes from the safety committee. Okay, so the employer or the management, to make easy administration of safety and health programs in the organization, they must appoint a safety committee. Okay, so the committee must meet at least once in 3 months. In 3 months, they must meet at least once to discuss. Okay, they meet together to discuss, to brainstorm, to share opinions in order to improvise the safety and health in the organization. So they will give suggestions to the management. Okay, if one employee he want to voice out, maybe the management thinks that it is not important because only one employee. But if the voice comes from a committee, comes from a legal committee, okay, so this will make the voice more strong, more convinced, and the management also, they will take full responsibility. They will immediately, take actions based on the opinions or based on the suggestion from the safety committee. Okay, so the committee members must be provided with safety training by their employer. Okay, so these all are the functions of the safety committee. Okay, so I just will read to you once. So one of the function is establishing policies on safety and health matters, including the setting of rules and regulations. Okay, so the one that we discussed, earlier is one of the functions from the safety committee. Okay, so safety committee, they will propose policies, okay, to the organization, and the one that will decide to implement the policy is the management. Committee, they just will give the suggestion. Committee, they will give the opinion. They will give the proposal to establish a policy. The final decision is on the management. The top management will decide. And if the policy is not good enough, the management will request them to improvise, okay, to look again, to improvise, to make some improvement in the policy. Okay, and conducting an inspection of the workplace at least once in 3 months. So as you know, ladies and gentlemen, in the organization, of course, they will have some machineries, plants, they will have some equipments. And I give you the easiest example, the fire extinguisher. Okay, all of you, I know, all of us, we know about the fire extinguisher, the tank, the red color tank that people use to put off the fire. When there is a fire, people will put off using the fire extinguisher. So that fire extinguisher should be inspected at least once 3 months. Okay, 3 months, at least once, they must go and inspect the fire extinguisher. They must see whether the fire extinguisher is still valid or not. If the fire extinguisher is already outdated, even though the fire extinguisher is not being used, it must be replaced. Okay, it must be replaced because the substance in the fire extinguisher will not give any prevention when there is a fire because it is outdated. So these fire extinguisher also need to be inspected, but how if big plants, big machines, robotics in the organization, all of that must be inspected. And the inspection will be done by the safety committee. Okay. Next, safety committee, they need to analyze the records on accident and health problems because when they get the figures, they will get the data. From the data, they can do some examination, they can do some research on how to get the solution, how to solve the problem. Okay. Next, investigating accident and unsafe conditions and making recommendation to prevent similar occurrences. So when there is an accident, safety committee, they will investigate, they will find the solution, and also they will give recommendation so that the accident will not happen again. Next, planning and executing. Okay, planning and executing safety and health awareness program. Okay, so safety committee, they will plan. Okay, they will plan programs and they will propose to the management. And when the management, they give the approval. Okay, so the one that will execute, the one that will organize is the safety committee. Okay, next is the safety committee also can recommend the purchase of suitable safety equipment if there is a relevancy. Okay, so when the employees are not supplied, not enough supply for the PPE, okay, personal protective equipment, so they need to inform to the safety committee, and safety committee will recommend. They will make a proposal and they will present to the management. Okay, so management will need to buy the personal protective equipment. Okay, so the commitment from the management and the commitment from the employees. Employees need to give their voice and management need to give their commitment. Okay, management need to do some invest. Okay, they need to buy the personal protective equipment to protect the employees. Okay, so class, okay, ladies and gentlemen, we already come to the summary of the lesson. Okay, so the summary throughout all our discussion here, OSHA encourages employers to create a proactive approach. Okay, proactive means here that the accident not happen yet, the management already make a lot of improvement. Not wait until accident happens, then only want to do prevention. No. Okay, proactive is the management. They is one step ahead from the accident. Before the accident occurs, before the accident happens, they already do the prevention. Okay, so this is good. Create a proactive approach to find and fixing hazards in the workplace. Next, an effective safety and health program increases worker involvement, management commitment, and allows employers to better manage their resources, personnel, and environment. Okay, and the importance of encouraging safety work practices and healthy lifestyle among the employees. Okay, so that's all from me. Okay, thanks. And this is again my email address, Muhammad muhammadasyraf@unimap.edu.my, and this is my WhatsApp number. Okay, +6016 4800 282. So if you have any questions or if you have interested to
Everything okay, dokter?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I lost my okay. Now the connection is okay. Wait,
Okay.
I project again, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. So last word from me, huh? Okay, sorry. So if you are interested, okay, if you are interested to make any research, okay, so we can join together.
Huh?
Okay. We can join together to make a research, and also you can contact me via this number. Okay. Again, 016 0164800 282. Okay, this is my WhatsApp number. Inshallah, I will entertain. Inshallah. Okay. So that's all, ladies and gentlemen. That's all from me. Okay. Thank you for your participation. Thank you for your commitment to hear to this lesson. Okay. So I pass back to the moderator.
Thank you so much for Dr. Asyraf for your presentation. Is a very
Asyraf.
amazing. Yeah. Asyraf. Yeah. For all audience, if you wanna ask question, you can raise in your hand or you can write in the chat. Okay. For first question, we have Miss Rajeswari. Yeah. For Miss Rajeswari, the time is yours. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Is my voice clear? Is my voice clear, Kak Noh?
Kenapa?
Is my voice clear?
Sedikit kecil.
Clear, Kak? Sekarang?
Tidak, kurang dengar, Bu. So maybe you can write in the chat box, and the secretariat, the moderator can read for us.
Coba Kak Rajes.
Okay, how about
Suaranya.
now? Apakah sekarang terdengar, Kak Noh? Kedengaran?
Kalau dari saya terdengar, kalau
Sudah
How
mendingan.
about Dr. Asyraf? Can you hear my voice?
Okay, can.
Okay. Good afternoon, doctor. Actually, my name is Rajeswari. I am from Information System Department. So I have some questions regarding to your presentation this afternoon. So the first one, in developing country, especially with a lot of population,
Come again. Ma'am, Rajeswari, come again. I cannot hear you.
Karena suaraku kurang jelas ya.
sometimes jelas, sometimes enggak.
Apa aku write di chat room aja kali ya?
Boleh?
Okay. Thank you.
Tapi ini agak jelas Kak, cuma kurang dikencengin aja suaranya.
Ya, waktu question mungkin.
Kak Rajes bisa dikeraskan suaranya?
Oke.
Tadi
Sekarang
udah
gimana?
jelas tapi kurang intonasinya kurang dikeraskan aja.
Sekarang gimana?
Kalau di saya sudah
Oke.
jelas.
Oke,
Jelas.
boleh, jelas.
Okay. The first one, I will repeat my questions. In
Mhm.
developing country, especially with a lot of population, I think that the standard of the worker safety are not applied at all. So the workers, in order to fulfill their needs, they need to adjust and work by putting their safety at risk. So what is your opinion about this? And even though there are some complaints arise about the company, but the company is still running. So who is to be blamed in this case? That is my first question.
Okay, Madam Rajeshwari, can you please repeat the last sentence?
Okay, and the employee actually work by putting their safety at risk. So how is your opinion about this? And even though there are some complaints arise about the worker safety, but the company is still running, who is to be blamed in this case?
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. This is my only personal my personal opinion. Okay, there is no any right or wrong in this question and answer. So we are just discussing.
Okay.
In my opinion, the workplace accident in the organization is not to be blamed to anyone. Okay, the employees should not blame to the employer, and employer should not blame the employees. If they are blaming each other, the
Hello, connection-nya problem ya?
Wait.
Okay.
to have a good communication. They
Okay.
need to have a good relationship, not only sorry. Not only.
Mungkin salah satu perangkatnya bisa dimatikan terlebih dahulu, Mister.
Okay. Not only on the matters of working, okay, not only on achieving the results, but the management also should be paying attention on the employees' well-being in terms of keeping their employees' health, and also they are working in a safe environment. So both of the parties should take the responsibility. Okay, so when the accident happens, it is not to blame one and another. It is not to blame, or it is not to see who is wrong. Okay, and since the things is already happens. Okay, so if we are blaming each one another, so we cannot solve the problem. So we avoid by blaming, or we say that we are wrong, and we start to work on how we want to solve the issue. Okay, whether the management, they take the responsibility, or the worker himself, he said, I'm wrong, I did not, I'm guilty, I obey, I admit my wrong, and I admit my guilty because of my careless. This accident happened, so now let's move on to what can we do to solve the accidents, to solve the problem.
Okay.
So I hope that I answered Madam Rajeshwari's question.
Okay. Actually, how to say that? So, but how if the organization actually didn't apply the standard? For example, let's say that the company force all employers to work on overtime, but by applying that regulation, actually all employers are risky in the health issue. But when the employers give the complaint for the management. The management didn't pay attention or didn't give any concern about that. So
Yeah.
how this?
Yes, Madam Rajeshri. There are some cases that happens like this,
Mm.
where the management, they only think about the output. They only think about the performance until they force their employees to work until late night. Okay, so in terms of the employee, they have their safety committee. Okay, they have their safety committee, and one more thing is the employee, they have their own union. Okay, so they can report to their union, or they can report to the safety committee about this problem. So that's why when I said that if the employee alone or employee themselves, they are very minority, their voice is not strong. But if they go through their union or they go through their committee, then this will make the management to open their eyes, to open their ears, to listen to the problem. But the problem is the employee themselves, they are scared to voice out their problem, because they feel that when they voice out their problem, they will be taken heavy punishment from the management. This is because they voice out by themselves. They did not have any medium. They did not have any mediator or any moderator to voice out their problems. If they go through their union, they go through their safety committee, then their voice will be strong. Okay, so they were being represented by a legal body. So when management, they will become a challenge. They will become they will pay attention and they will listen to the problems. And if still the management is not solving the problem, keep the problems not solving, then union can take actions towards the management. This one will give a very bad impact to the management. Okay.
Okay, got it. The last question, may I?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. As per your explanation that most of the injuries or accident that happen in the organization, it is because all works handling manually by humans. So how if that most of works shift to be handling by robot or automation? Because nowadays it is common, right? So how is your opinion about this, sir?
Come again, ma'am. You said that how about the automation?
How if the company or organization using like a robot or automation for accomplish most of work, so it can increase the effectivity and efficiency, but reduce the risk of like accident and injuries of employers. So how is your opinion about that? Yeah.
That's why now lots of organizations, they are moving towards industrial revolution 4.0, where everything is using the automation. And one of the cause is to reduce the number of accidents in the organization. But still, employees, but still the organization, they need to rely upon the employees. And there are also some industries or some sectors that need humans. For example, these construction sectors, service sectors, still they need humans. So accidents, okay, will still occur even though any automation were being implemented. Okay, so still, okay, the organization still need to pay attention to improvise the safety and health among the employees. Okay, so this one is according to the situation, according to the organization situation.
Okay, got it. Thank you for answering, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, madam.
Thank
a
you,
very good
Miss
question.
Novita. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for Miss Rajeswari. And then this is question from audience in the YouTube, Miss Diah Rahmi. How to manage and maintain the capability of human research development of the organization in order hand coming up soon the trend of using the artificial intelligence or metaverse trend and how to solve the problem. Thank you.
Come again, Miss Novita. You just read the keywords.
Pardon?
Just repeat again the question because it is quite long.
I will. How to manage and maintain the capability of human research development of the
Okay.
organization in order hand coming up soon the trend of using the
Yeah.
artificial
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
intelligence,
Artificial intelligence. Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay.
yeah, or metaverse
Okay.
trend and how to solve the problem. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. 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 Okay. Thank you. Thank you for that question. A very good question. Okay. So as we know nowadays, companies are moving towards artificial intelligence. All right. So these companies are more towards on implementing technologies. Okay, technologies, robotics, automation towards their company. But still, in my opinion, still, when you want to control the robotics, you want to control the machines, you still need humans. Okay, so when there are new implementations, when there are new introductions of machineries, robotics in the organization, of course, the management should take the responsibility to provide training to the workers. Okay, so sometimes when the company purchases some machines or some robotic from foreign countries, maybe from United States or from any European countries, they will sponsor the employees, the relevant employees, maybe the engineers, the technicians to go to that country, stay there about 2 weeks to get some course, to get some training from that company about the machine and bring the machine come to the organization and apply and use in the company. And also the officer, the in-charge engineer, he will do training. He will conduct training to the technicians, to the lower level employees on how to operate the machine, on how to operate the robotics. So my opinion, to solve this problem, one of the method is the management need to provide training. So training in terms of what? Training in terms of how to operate the robot, how to operate the machine safely, okay, so that the machine can sustain for a longer time. Okay, having no any problems, and also give training on how to keep a good maintenance towards the machine. As we know, the machine is the robotics or the automation is not cheap, very expensive, million dollar products. Okay, so it requires the company to have a very good maintenance on that machines, on that robotics. Okay.
Okay, thank you for answering. And then the last question, this is from Mr. Amin Tohari. When and how I'm sorry. When and how often should I conduct workplace safety training? And then what is mean by safety and health in the workplace? Thank you.
I'm sorry, Ms. Novita, can you repeat again?
I will. Okay. This is from Mr. Amin Tohari. When and how
Okay.
often should I conduct workplace safety training? And then
Okay.
what
How
is mean?
How often to conduct safety training?
Yes, correct. And
Okay.
and then what is mean by safety and health in the workplace?
Okay. So how often an organization conduct a safety training. Okay, so in my opinion, it's all we go back to the safety committee. Okay, so when we say that at least in 3 months, one safety committee will meet. So we can say that safety training should be done at least 3 months once, or at least 6 months, one training should be done. Okay, so annually, at least 2 safety training should be done. And also, safety training is not only we organize a big safety training, no. Safety training, a small safety training such as safety talk or safety lecture, we invite a professor or we invite a practitioner, we invite a safety officer from the government sector, come to our organization and give talk. We do safety campaign. These all are considered as safety training. So talk, maybe you can do monthly talk, or you can have a monthly bulletin, you can have a monthly talk, monthly bulletin, monthly discussion, forum, a lot of time training that you can organize. And the time, how frequent is depends on the organization. So if you want to organize a big safety training program, maybe a year you can do twice. Okay, means 6 months once you do a big safety training. But if you want to do a small safety training such as the talk, or you want to do forum, maybe you can do twice a month or every month. It depends on the organization. Okay, how critical the safety and health situation in that organization. There is problem involving in accident. So this we can say that more safety organized. So we are as the safety officer, or we are as the safety committee should set this in the organization. So actually our organization every year or every month or every okay, if the accident is happening a lot every year or every month, we do assessment, and then we see that the trend is increasing. So we know that we should implement safety training more frequently in the organization. So for me, it depends on the situation. Okay, so it depends on the organization's situation, and also it depends on the safety assessment from the safety committee. Okay.
Is it enough here? Pardon. Oh. Is it enough for answer?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you for answering. I think it's a very clearly from Professora. And then we will go to the next session. I guess no one else asking again. I will go to the next session. This is time for picture, take for documentation. So Miss Febri will be handle it. Thank you. So Miss Febri, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Miss Novita. For those who haven't activated the camera, you can activate the camera first so we can take photos together. Bagi peserta yang belum mengaktifkan kameranya, bisa diaktifkan terlebih dahulu agar kita bisa foto bersama. Baik, Saya hitung dari 1, 2, 3. Sekali lagi. 1, 2, 3. Oke, thank you, Miss Novita. I will return the event to Miss Novita.
Thank you so much for Miss Febri, and thank you so much for Dr. Muhammad Asyraf for your time. It's very beneficial for all audience, and this is new knowledge. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. It's a very beneficial. Thank you so much for Dr. Muhammad Asyraf for joining this class today. Thank you so much for participant. Pardon? Okay.
Okay, Miss Novita, I have one question.
Yes.
Okay, since I'm not in I'm not in the YouTube live streaming, so can I know how many attendants that were attended today? How much the attendance today?
Mbak, yang
Iya.
YouTube.
Apa link YouTube?
Enggak. For attendance in Zoom is 26 and the in
Okay.
YouTube berapa, Pak? Audience di YouTube. Thirty 31.
Okay, almost 50 participants. Okay, thank you.
Ini penayangannya sudah 230 orang. Yang masih ini 30.
Oh ya. Oke. Ya, mungkin nanti
Oke,
untuk
baik.
live streamingnya bisa dicek di YouTube kami, Universitas STEKOM. Ya, thank you so much for Dr. Asyraf for join this class today. I hope we can meet again in
Thank
another
you.
event
Yeah,
in the
thank you very
future.
much.
Thank you. See
And
you.
also, I hope that all of the participants are happy, are happy with this presentation. And also, you have a lot of information that we can learn from this presentation.
Okay, thank you so much for Dr. Asyraf for today. I hope we can meet again in another event. Have a nice day. Thank you and see you and goodbye for everyone. Nice to see you,
Thank you.
Shar.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you and goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Ya, bagi peserta yang belum absen, bisa
Bye.
absen terlebih dahulu. Absen sudah tertera di kolom chat.
Ya, untuk live streaming acara hari ini, untuk link YouTube-nya sudah kami write in Zoom chat, Shar.
Ada di Zoom chat, nah.
Ya, for link YouTube.
Yeah. Okay, right.
Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. Goodbye and see you.
Okay, I think that's enough for today's event. Thank you. Good afternoon. Have a good rise. Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you.